Basically, for test corrections, Ms. Myers she gives us the option to get all points back if we demonstrate the fact that we know what we learned about in the certain material.
I think this system is, to be brutally honest, much more effective.
So what she makes us do is make a presentation about different things that we learned about. And like if we got a certain question wrong, we tell her why we got it wrong, how do we know that the new answer we chose is right, and like how that relates to the test and all the other questions.
You would put like why you know X standard on your digital portfolio, and then the Myers would look at what you put on your digital portfolio and then judge to see if you standard.
If a teacher wants to see your portfolio, they see, oh, this student does keep up to work with their assignments and test corrections.
This, you give students the time to take a step back, think about like where they messed up and how they can target those specific areas to prove that they understand them, even though it just maybe wasn't that great at being tested.
I got this question wrong, and it was about electrons in a shell. And basically, I was explaining how a certain amount of electrons have to be like in the shell, like based on where it is in the periodic table. So at first I got the question wrong, but then here I showed pictures of the periodic table so I could demonstrate my answer and prove it correctly.
So I mostly did these through the form of like Google Slides. You can just take a picture, put it on a slide that explains why you do, like, of a handout. So for example, this is the 7.p.1.1 slideshow that I made. Here I put just like the overview that Wake County gave for that standard, right? Then if we go to the next slide, this is one of two examples I used on this slide that basically says the graph I'll just read it straight from what I wrote. The graph at the bottom of the box represents the movement of the two cars, assuming that the red car moves at a constant speed. The road, two boxes at the top, represents the movement of the two cars. As you can see, the green car stays at the same position for 10 seconds, but the red car moves to the end of the quote-unquote road. Essentially, this is demonstrating how I knew that I could make a distance time graph out of given a simple situation such as this.
Here it was a question about, it was talking about like isotopes, and I got the answers flipped. So what I did, I went back into my notes and looked at my notes, and then I could take the information I learned in class and write it down here, so then I could explain how I like mastered the material, and then I could put it into the answer.
It's a great method to because you can reflect back on it and be like, I made this grade better because of these grades.
It also gives you some time to just reflect on maybe what you messed up, and then you can target those specific areas of the standard.
This is better because a lot of times when students retake the test, they would just know, oh, I got this wrong, so I'll just guess another answer. But here you actually have to like demonstrate how you know the material and how you mastered it.
I think it's a better system because taking the test again, you kind of know what you got wrong and you can just kind of pick the best answer. With this, she makes you sit down and actually think about like, why did I get this question wrong and what can I learn from it?
Giving somebody half credit isn't exactly fair because like tests, they shouldn't really determine if you knew the material or not, because you should always have a second chance. Because maybe you had a bad day or something and you were stressed. Test corrections allow you to like show that you actually know the material and you paid attention in class.
The normal process of test corrections is just giving them the test and say, here, try again. Whereas this gives the student the time to sort of take a step back and think more about their answer and give them more time to produce a high quality answer. Whereas if you just give them the test back, it's like ramming your head against the wall. You're just doing it over and over again, expecting a different result, which is the very definition of insanity. It's not going to change anything.